Are you ready?
Ready to rumble!
Are you ready to rumble? Hi, I'm Vanessa with Live at the Armory, and this is the LATA News. Today I have the privilege of having a Skype conversation with a very funny man, truly an original songwriter whose music you've been listening to on the radio and TV and film for almost the past 3 decades. His songs have been some of the longest running ever on the Billboard charts, and he's quoted to be one of the most talented and prolific songwriters of our time. It's also been said that to see him perform live is one of the most entertaining experiences a human could ever have. So if you are human, make it here this Friday night, that's May 15th, to witness the man, the legend, Mr. Steve Poltz.
The world is cold and cruel, but I'm in the spirit school, full of gives and takes, trying to learn from my mistakes.
Hi, Steve.
Does my hair look okay?
Yes, your hair looks great. I like your hat.
Thank you.
Where'd you get that from?
I bought it in Texas at a Stetson shop.
Oh,
It's the LBJ model,
ooh, very sexy.
the open road.
So, speaking of the open road, this is a pretty crazy tour you're on.
I know.
Yeah.
It's been every day. And so today's my off day, which is really nice.
Is this your thumb right there on the phone?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Is it out of the picture?
Yes,
now?
it's out of the picture. Let's get it out of the picture. Just
Okay, it's gone.
Where are you? Are you in a store? I see jewelry.
Yes.
Okay. So what inspired this tour right now? Is there a new album coming up that maybe we get to know about, or?
No, I'm always on tour.
You're always on tour, perpetually.
It's a never-ending tour. It's been for years.
So how do you keep all your energy up? What do you do to stay in shape?
Well, I'm like a hummingbird. I have a lot of energy, so I don't know why. I just always have more energy than most people.
Since you were a kid?
Yeah, always.
So did you used to perform a lot for your folks when you were little?
Yes, I've always been kind of an entertainer. I can't help it, and I've always been really hyperactive, so it's really easy for me to be on the road and have a lot of energy.
So like how long have you been on the road and performing?
I started in 1988 on the streets.
On the streets?
In Europe. Yeah, I would play for Passing Change and stuff. Well, I started playing before that, for years before that, but like in college in 79, I was playing in a lot of restaurants around town, but then by 88 I was on the road traveling, and I was playing just for Passing Change and stuff.
So busking.
Yes.
Nice. So is that when you met with Jewel and started writing music with her?
No, I met Jewel in 94, I think.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. And we started writing songs around then.
So are you gonna tell us about the whole writing of that song, that whole story? Are we gonna get to hear that at the show?
I'll tell that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I will. I haven't told it in a while, so
This is a great story. Okay, so we'll save that for the show if you want.
It's always changing, that story.
Yeah.
Because I throw in more lies, craziness.
So you do embellish then?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
No. So you practice yoga. I learned. Is that true?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes. I didn't go this morning though. I was lazy.
Oh, but LA has some of the best yoga studios.
I know. I needed sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you got to listen to your body.
Right.
I have a hard time sleeping.
Oh yeah.
I have a hard time falling asleep after shows.
Oh right, because your adrenaline's going and it's just.
Yeah, I can't slow down.
Yeah.
It takes a long time, and so I need to just learn to try to today. I'm just going to relax.
Yeah. Good. So are you hanging out with any friends, or are you hanging out with Grant? I hear you guys have become buddies. Grant.
Yeah, it's been really cool. We've had a good time. We made up new verses yesterday to "Mamas, Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys."
So you guys are going to do a duet for the show?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
we've been doing a bunch of different duets. It's been fun.
So you think you said you think he's pretty funny too? Did you?
Oh, he's hilarious. He makes me laugh.
Well, is that hard to do? Is it hard to make you laugh?
No, it just has to be funny.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
I think I laugh pretty easily, but some things don't make me laugh. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, because they're not funny.
Yeah.
So do you ever think about doing acting? Have you done any acting? Because you're definitely a performer in that respect as well.
I would like to, maybe. I never centered my energies on chasing that dream. I always liked music too much.
Yeah.
But people are always telling me, why don't you act? Why don't you do this? But I get to act on stage, so maybe that's where I get sated from that desire.
It's enough for you.
Yeah.
So you're from Canada originally, Nova Scotia?
Yeah,
really?
Originally from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Oh, Halifax.
Canada.
And then you guys came all the way to Southern California to San Diego?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty far.
Pasadena, California.
Pasadena.
Station wagon.
Really?
We drove across the country, yeah.
And what inspired that move?
My dad didn't like the snow, and so he wanted to move to Southern California. And he had just gotten out of the Air Force, the Canadian Air Force, Royal Canadian Air Force, and so he wanted to come to Southern California and kind of start a new life. I think back then people would just know that they could move a whole family across. I guess people still do it too today, but I think back in those days, you still had the feeling that you could own a house and get a good job. And I don't know if people still feel that way or not. Property's gone up so expensive, but maybe if you moved to the right area, you could.
Well, the world has definitely changed since back then. I mean, I grew up in the 70s too, and it was definitely kinder in a lot of ways. There was more of a reality to live out one's dreams in an easier way. What would you say? I mean, what has changed for you in the music industry in the last decade or so that you think is a positive? Is there anything?
Well, we've seen our whole industry decimated from what it was and reinvented. Sort of. I don't know that we've seen the likes of that. We've been really lucky to be alive during this digital revolution, and there's been good and bad. Obviously, the advent of the 24-hour news cycle, everything's so instant, virals going video, the way people keep in touch. And there's good and bad to all of it. And with the music business, file sharing came out when Napster started. I don't even know that Sean Fanning even knew how big that was going to revolutionize the music business when he came up with it. This idea of sharing files, and then people trying to monetize that via iTunes and other ways of making it easy for people to get music online. And I think the last people to recognize what was happening was the record industry, because they had it their way for so long. I mean, imagine, they just had it their way. They were selling billions of records, and people had to go out and buy them. And once it translated to digital format from cassettes, I don't even think people understood. I remember at first they were like, but it would be too easy for people to copy a CD. They had no clue.
Right.
That was the least of their worries. This was in a digital format that was going to be file sharing once somebody came up with it. And they were behind the gun, and they always have been slow to react, and they're still behind the gun. And so what we've seen is basically the demise of the CD. The new computers don't even have CD drives.
Right.
And it's a different way of looking at music. And so in one way, it was bad because people lost their royalties they were getting, and they weren't getting paid as songwriters. However, back in those days, we had to fill out postcards and send them out to our fans to let them know where we were. We'd have a pager to get in touch with. We'd stop at a phone booth. We'd have maps strewn about the van. I mean, there's something romantic to looking back on that before sat-nav and everything being at our fingertips. But then the converse of all that, when you look at the opposite, is I'm able to get music out. If I write a song today, I could put it up on YouTube. I could spread it on Instagram, let people know via Facebook, through a mailing list, through my website. And it's all basically free.
Yeah.
We can record so cheap. And then the opposite side of the coin of that is, but then everybody's making this music, and there's a lot of crap out there. But I'm a true believer that cream rises to the top.
Yes.
And if you stick to it and you actually deliver and you constantly give content for people to interact with, that you can develop a following and you'll actually have more longevity in this business than before, because the gatekeepers that would deem you worthy, I'm talking about record labels and booking agents and stuff, that would say, okay, we think you're good enough to make a record. Now there aren't those people. They're the arbiters of what is good taste. So you have to sift through a lot more and separate, the different elements of what you like and what you don't like. But when you find something you like, man, you could follow that person. You could ask them to play a house concert. You can look at all the videos they put up online, and we're available to people. So there's good and bad. I like it better now today, though.
You do. So it's because it's more personalized. It's more accessible. The people feel that they're more a part of producing an artist. So it becomes more of a community-oriented process.
Yeah, I like it better now, but a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people that were older, and I count myself in that group, I'm older, yet I sort of went with the wave where it was going. And I know a lot of people that are a bit older than I am that don't know what's going on, and they don't like what's going on, and they're not happy with the change, and they liked having a big record label give them money. And I've always been independent-minded, and the reason I like it so much is because I don't want anybody telling me how to do my art.
Right.
I don't want anybody telling me what my posters need to look like. I don't need anybody telling me how to dress. I don't want them to tell me what songs I can play. I'm really independent. So, in fact, I get resentful when somebody tries to do that. So that's why I'm happy doing what I'm doing, because all I want to do is be able to have enough money that I'll always be taken care of. And I'm a true believer that the universe will take care of you. If what you're doing has truth in it, it will resonate to the right people that need to hear it, and they'll find it through magnetic waves. People know when they hear it, they go, oh, this is something I want to follow. There's unspoken stuff that goes on that we don't even know about in our brains, and we just say, hey, this looks cool. I want to do this. This makes me feel good. And then the key is, if people come up to you after your show and they say, not good show, what you want them to say is, when are you coming back? And that means you really connected, because they say, I'm going to bring 10 more people.
Right.
And that's sort of my business model, if you will, is to just keep coming back. People bring more people and let it all happen organically. Plant seeds all over, and then hopefully all the dots get connected, which they do. And then you're always taken care of.
Well, see, Steve, I almost called you Seed. You've definitely been planting seeds for a while, and there's a beautiful garden, I would say, that has blossomed around you, and that I definitely feel like you're going to be doing this for a long time, and we're so excited to have you here in Ashland. Would this be your first show here in Ashland?
No, I've played Ashland before. I'm looking forward to coming back there because I love Southern Oregon so much. I mean, it's always beautiful. And,
yeah.
The rolling hills, everything about it, the vibe of the people. There's something about Oregon I just love. There's, I don't know how to put it, but there's sort of a lack of pretentiousness, and people, you could be whatever you want to be. Oh, you want to have dreadlocks? Have dreadlocks. You want to wear a cowboy hat? Wear a cowboy hat. Just do what you do. I'll do what I do. And I think that people really like quality there, and they like making their own jams and preserves. Yes. and cooking and inventing, and I like it.
We're definitely a do-it-yourself culture, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I find a lot of similarities in that area as well as in Alaska, the DIY culture.
Yeah.
In Alaska, even more so than in Oregon, because in Alaska they have less access to things that people in Oregon have because they're not in the lower 48.
Sure.
They're way up there. But I really love Oregon.
Yeah, they have to do it in Alaska, whereas Oregon, we want to do it. It's more of a choice here.
Like every time I go to Alaska, I feel like such a little wussy because like women are like rebuilding their Ford trucks and fixing their fences where a storm blew it down. They just know how to do so many things.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do any of that.
Yeah.
All I know how to do is make up songs and sing them on stage and make people happy. But these people are like building houses and storage sheds and fixing their snow machines and everything, and getting ready for the winter, planting gardens. You know, when it's summertime, they really take advantage of it.
Yes. So I think that we should probably wrap it up, or we can keep talking if you want.
I love it. I love talking.
Well, you know what? I have a really quick, fun little question for you. So you have things you don't like. You definitely have aversions to things like fluorescent lights, and I don't like fluorescent lights either. What other things don't you like that get you?
I don't like if somebody. It's really awkward if I join people at a table and they're sitting. They go, "Oh, here, take this chair," and they get up off the chair to scoot in on a bench seat, and the seat is warm from their butt. And I don't want to be rude. I can't sit on it. It freaks me out because I really think that their butt molecules are still on the chair and they're crawling up inside my butt. And it's like a weird thing that freaks me out. I can't touch door handles.
No?
You know, when people come, no, I have to use my shirt or I wait for somebody to hold it out for me because I don't like it that other hands have touched it.
Isn't that a little
I just
OCD?
freak out. Yeah, stuff like that I don't like.
And then, okay, also another little, yeah?
Going into a bathroom like in an airport and I have to pee real quick, I don't breathe. So I have to take a big breath because I believe I'm breathing in bad molecules.
The molecules.
And it freaks me out bad. So I have to take the deepest breath, and I usually can't hold my breath the whole time. Then I just go, take a little breath, and I'm kind of freaking out, and I have to get out of there.
Have you ever passed out from doing that?
No.
What happened to Steve? He was holding his breath. He doesn't want to breathe in the poop molecules.
Yeah, and I can't stand the floor, you know, even thinking about what's on the floor, just walking, so I'd be too scared to pass out.
Oh, God. Well, we'll make sure that our bathrooms are nice and clean for you.
And then what else? I have to have an aisle seat on an airplane or I completely freak out.
Oh, yeah, a little claustrophobic there.
Yeah, I can't be by the window or in the middle row. I have to be able to jump up to go pee or whatever.
Right. Yeah, that freedom again. You want your freedom. I respect that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Well,
okay,
great.
thanks so much for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Oh, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, take care. Rest up. Make sure you drink lots of water.
Okay.
Okay, peace. Bye.
Bye.
All right, well, that was awesome. A special thanks to Steve Poltz for taking the time out from his busy tour to talk with us today. Remember, that's this Friday, May 15th. Make it or be a square. And we have a lot more coming up the rest of this month. Make sure to make it out May 21st for Sly and Robbie. And if you don't know who Sly and Robbie are and you like rap and hip-hop and reggae music, man, then this is a concert that you must come see. These guys are historical. And then the weekend after that, then the day after that, actually, wow, we've got 2 amazing shows in one weekend. We have the Desert Dwellers. So if you're a burner and you're getting ready to go to Burning Man this year, make sure you come out to the Historic Ashland Armory and hang out with us live at the Armory. That's www.liveatthearmory.com. Jesus, I'm insane! So come and party with us. We've got theatrical shows, circus shows, we've got film festivals, food festivals. This is truly a cultural hub in this small town that is known throughout the country. Come join us and be a part of our experience. Live it live at the Armory. Hi, I'm Ted and this is Vanessa.